I'm Michael Grant, CEO of Metrikus. We are a smart buildings prop tech software as a service business.
Gary Cottle, I'm the CEO of Metrikus. We're a smart building software platform.
For us, actually started with Jeremy. He contacted us to potentially shortlist us for the group that we're now in. And day one, he asked us questions. We sent him some information about the business. And we were brought down to a smaller group to be part of the startup program that we now are. So it's been a great journey so far, understanding how people were chosen and then where the next stages are going.
We've really enjoyed it from making it to the final cohort to getting a much deeper understanding of the Aldar, what their objectives are, what their imperatives are, what their vision and their journey is. I think particularly for sustainability and the relevance to the group of, the group of people within the program. So I think it's been really well put together with Start AD. I think it's fabulous having a very significant client like Aldar behind it.
What Gary and I think have learned is from Bridget is about the sales approach. We do a consultative sale anyway. The asking question piece, doing a lot more of that question asking and asking open-ended questions to try and drive to a point of the customer giving you more information than you generally think they would, has been invaluable for us. We've started to use that already. I no longer say the word but, and I just use the posh version of it, which was however, and I'm supposed to remove that from my vocabulary as well. So I think having someone like Bridget involved and helping us all the way through, from the Start AD side, helping us to look at what we should be doing with Aldar has been invaluable.
Although it somewhat has pained us, and it has surprised us a little bit, but I think the process and the involvement over a series of meetings and almost framing those, I think matching is probably one of the most important things that I think every single person on the program has really got to understand better. The fact that at the end of it, whatever we all do and however great all the solutions that we offer, they really have to fit with the needs of the client. And I think having Aldar involved in almost every stage of that matching process has helped every person on the program. We've always been interested in the MENA region. We'd looked at it pre-COVID. I think for two reasons. I think that they're leading lights in the built environment globally. So whether you take the UAE or Dubai or Saudi Arabia, just the region itself, they've led the way in the built environment. And I think particularly when you look in Abu Dhabi over the last 25 years. And given they've led the way in building innovation and some of the fabulous looking buildings they've got, they're also big adopters of technology, and that's crucial for them to align with their vision of long-term sustainability. So it's a kind of an obvious fit for what we do, and also because an awful lot of them, again, I think particularly in that particular region, they have a really big focus on being at the forefront of technology to meet their objectives.
The region is big, and as Gary's already mentioned, that very forward-thinking sustainability is big in the region, and we add a lot of value to sustainability, whether that's ESG, whether that's energy savings, whether that's helping with the indoor air quality environment by making the building smart. That's a big piece for us. The amount of buildings that are there, the size and the scale of the buildings in the market is also a big attraction to us. And it is an untapped market really from a smart buildings perspective. So being able to be one of the first in and working with Start AD, helping us to win Aldar, given who Aldar are, it's a great first win and a great way to get our name out there and to be able to market more extensively into the region.
My first piece of advice would be to sign up to the Start AD Scale Up program, because I think that's an excellent kind of first step in the process. I think, and also from what we've learned from Aldar, I think do a lot more preparation on the region and the client and their needs in terms of what we all do in terms of how you offer your products and services to them. I think that's been a really important lesson for us.